Hey folks, Philly Boy J back here with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make homemade french fries. This recipe is really easy and simple. You're going to need 2 potatoes. If you're making it for a lot of people, you can use 4 potatoes. Just depend on how many people you're making it for. You're going to slice your potatoes like this. Okay. Make sure you don't slice them too thin. You don't want to slice them too thin, but you don't want it to be too thick either. So slice it down like that. Alright. A lot of people say my videos are too long, but I want to be very detailed. And I want you guys to truly learn how to cook. And in order for me to teach you guys, I have to be very detailed and specific. That's really important, not to skip steps. Especially for people who are really inexperienced and don't know what they're doing. Okay. I know a lot of people complain about the length of the videos, but the people who are inexperienced or who may not learn well, they really appreciate it. Okay. Don't slice them too thin, because if they're too thin, they're going to break. After we pre-fry them, the fries are oftentimes very soft and fragile, so they will break apart. That's why you don't want to slice them too thin, but you don't want them to be too thick either, unless you like them that way. But the thicker you cut them, the longer it's going to take for them to cook. So you want to slice them like that. You want them to be about that size there. Okay? Don't slice them too thin. You want them to be about that size right there. About a 1/2 inch wide. Alright? It's a perfect size right there. Perfect french fries. Okay. So you want them to be about that size there. And you want them to be kind of equal in size, so it takes the same amount of time for them to cook. You don't want to have a thin fry and a large fry, because then it's going to mess up the cooking time. Okay? Some are going to be done before others, and you don't want that. You want them to all get done around the same time. So that's the way you want your fries to look. Okay? About that size right there. Now, some of them can be shorter than others, but you want them to be the same size and width, about the same size and width. So what you're going to do first is you're going to get a bowl, and you're going to fill that bowl up with ice. As you can see, I'm putting the ice cubes inside of the bowl. And to that bowl of ice, what you're going to do is you're going to fill that bowl of ice up with water. Alright, and we're going to place our potatoes in this bowl of ice water. Okay, to get all that residue off of the potatoes. Want to make sure they're clean. And what the ice basically does is it keeps the water cool so that the potatoes don't turn, because potatoes will spoil you fast after you open them. Okay, so we're going to let that sit and soak in that ice water for about 20 minutes. Let it sit and soak for about 20 minutes. So we're going to let that sit and soak for 20 minutes. And we're going to, meanwhile, turn our attention to something else. We're going to focus on the ingredients that you're going to need. Okay, we're going to start out with the seasons. You're going to need some salt, some garlic powder, some onion powder, and some paprika. Alright, and we're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. To the teaspoon of salt, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of onion powder. And to that, we're going to add just a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Okay? Just a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. And then we're going to stir that in, blend that all together. Okay, and that's going to create our little season for our french fries. I love this combination of seasons: garlic powder, onion powder, salt, paprika. Okay? Now, what you're going to need is some oil. I recommend that you go out and get peanut oil, but if you don't have it, that's okay. You're going to get a pot. You're going to place that pot over low heat. Low heat. This is really important. Low heat, because what we want to do first is we want to cook the inside of the potatoes. We want them to get cooked on the inside. This is the reason why we pre-fried them first. Okay? So we're going to place it over low heat, and we're going to let that get hot. But meanwhile, before the oil get hot, and that's going to take about 5 to 6 minutes for the oil to get hot, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our potatoes, and this step is really, really important. Okay? We're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. That's what my grandma taught me how to cook. And what we're going to do is we're going to sit our potatoes on a plate, or a Tupperware top in my case. And we're going to pat them dry. Make sure you pat them dry with a towel, and make sure they are as dry as possible before pre-frying them. Okay, make sure they're dry as possible, because we all know oil and water don't mix. We don't want no volcanic explosion. Okay, and that is what will happen if you add wet potatoes to a pot of hot oil. Okay, there will be a volcanic explosion. All right, we don't want that. All right, so that's the way you want them to look. Look pretty cool, look nice. Okay, so our oil is hot, and the way that you can test the oil to see if it's hot is you can stick the bottom of your french fry in the oil. If it starts to bubble and make a lot of noise, you know it's hot, and you're going to just drop that french fry right on in there. Drop the potato right on in there, and we're going to add our potatoes to the hot pot of oil, and we're going to allow them to pre-fry for about 7 minutes. Now, what some people do is they boil the potatoes. I know a few friends of mine that do it that way. They boil the potatoes for about 10 minutes, then they fry them. But some people like to pre-fry them and then fry them again, and that's the method that I use. I like to pre-fry my french fries for 7 minutes, and then I fry them again. All right, so we're going to let these pre-fry for 7 minutes, and like I said, the purpose of doing this is to cook the inside of the french fries, because if we just let them fry all the way through for like 15 minutes, they're going to get dark on the outside, and the inside is not going to be completely cooked through. Okay, that's the mistake that a lot of people make. That's why you may taste french fries, homemade french fries that somebody made, and it may look really, really dark and appear to be fully cooked, but the inside is not cooked. That's because they didn't pre-fry it first. So we're going to remove the fries after 7 minutes of pre-frying them. Going to place them in a bowl, and this is the reason earlier when I said don't slice them too thin, you don't want really stringy french fries, is because once they come out of the pot of oil, they tend to be really, really soft like they are now. And if they're extremely thin, they'll be more fragile and they'll break apart, and they'll be real soft and smushy and just be really, really messy. I made that mistake when I first started cooking out. So we're going to let them sit for like 30 minutes. What some people do is they put them in the freezer. So you can take them, put them in the freezer if you want to, cover them, and then put them in the freezer for 30 minutes. And now we're going to fry them again, and this is the final fry. This is what's going to cook the fries and give them a nice golden brown crispy look. Okay, and then once we do this, they're going to be completely done. But this time what you want to do is we're not going to fry the fries on low heat. Okay, we don't need to fry it on low heat anymore. The purpose of frying it on low heat was to cook the inside, because we know low heat cooks inside out, right? Okay, well, high heat cooks the outside. Okay, you want the outside to be nice and golden brown. So we're going to place this pot of oil on high heat this time. If you had numbers on your knob, turn it to about a 7 or 8. So we're going to add the fries to the oil, the hot oil, and we're going to let these bad boys fry. We're going to let these bad boys fry. All right. Let them fry. And you're going to let them go for about 8 to 10 minutes or until they're golden brown. Want them to have a nice golden brown look. Okay. Nice and golden brown. And you don't want to stir them too much. Don't do that. Don't stir them. And this is the way they should look. Now, I don't have a paper towel, but you want to place the potatoes on a paper towel. I mean, the French fries. Okay. Place it on a paper towel and look at them. They look really, really nice. Nice and golden brown. Just the way I like them. Look at that. Homemade French fries. Look at that. Look at them. They came out really, really good. That's the way you want them to look. And now we're going to add the season to the French fries. Okay, the season that we made earlier, we're going to add them to the French fries. Okay, just like that. And these came out really, really good, guys. I hope you guys follow this recipe. They came out really, really good. They were absolutely delicious, especially with the season that I use. So we're going to stir that all in. Okay. We're going to blend it all in. And then we're going to add some more season to the other side of the French fries. Okay. They look really, really good. And trust me, they taste just as good as they look. This came out really, 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 really good. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to create a sauce. Okay. This is just in case you guys want to try something different. You're going to need mayo and ketchup. And that's it. Mayo and ketchup. I would recommend that you go and get some Cajun season. Okay. That'll make it come out even better and taste even better. But you're going to add a tablespoon of ketchup. And you're going to combine that with a tablespoon and a half of mayo. And you're going to blend that in. Give that a stir. And that's going to be our French fry sauce. Okay. I tried it and I liked it. It's pretty good. Tastes pretty good. Tastes like creamy ketchup. That's what it tastes like. Okay, and if you add the Cajun season to it, that'll give it a little spice. I really, really like the way it came out. Tastes pretty good. Okay, so here are our French fries. These were really good. Just follow this recipe. Give this recipe a try. It is the best homemade French fries in the whole wide world. The best. Okay, I really like the way they came out. And there's our French fry sauce. I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. Make sure you give it a shot. Leave your comments under the video. Tell me what you think about the recipe. How did it come out? How did you like the fries? And I can take constructive criticism, so if you didn't like them, let me know that too. But I know you will. I know you will. That's if your taste buds work. Hope you guys enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of the video. Peace.